have a weft of hair, you're going to take it, you're going to fold it in half and cut it in half, okay? That tells you where to go, where to do your beads and end the beads, okay? I didn't keep doing my beads so that way I could just go and show y'all. But the beads are going to be consecutive across, but I feel like that's enough sewing for me to give y'all a demo. All right, so I took all the needles and I went ahead and put them in barbicide for y'all, okay? They sat for like 20 minutes. So they're all on that towel being dried out. When you're done today, put them back in the barbicide, okay? So that way they're clean before we put them back in my plastic thing over there. All right, so before I start sewing, I didn't even do a full wingspan because just think the bigger it is, the more it's going to get tangled up and messy, okay? So you can keep doing a couple pieces if you want as you go. You'd rather start shorter than long and it'd be stressful, okay? Because when it gets knotted up, you just got to cut it out. You're going to take it, you're going to thread it through, you're going to take it around your finger and tie it just like that, okay? Some students have two pieces and they try and do some knot thing. It's like, no, just wrap it around your finger and tie it in a knot. So everybody see how I have mine threaded? So we're going to start sewing. I'll try and do it this way and then I'll come around and do it that way so you can see. But we are sewing, I'm going to move this out of the way for a second. We're sewing under the hair right there, okay? Can everybody see that? Okay, so that's where we're sewing. We're sewing here. We're sewing beside it. We're not just sewing bead to bead. We're sewing that whole span right there. So I can start sewing. Y'all get up close so you can see it. I can start sewing right here. Can y'all see that? I can sew right here.
So
I can attach it. You're sewing underneath the bead.
So any hair that's in it, you can go in.
That's exactly right. Yep. So I'm gonna go whenever my weft's gonna be in the way so you can't see it, but it's gonna go like this. Under the bead, not through it, but under the bead, through the attachment. Can everybody see that? And look, it's stuck.
So you can't
Okay? That's why that's the braid technically. It's a braidless sew method. So I'm going like this. Can everybody see what my goal is, where I'm sewing at? Because my weft's about to be in the way. Does anybody else need to see it? Get up close. Can y'all see it?
Back here might have to see it.
All right,
You
come.
only go in the hair that's in the bead.
Yep. So y'all come up here. Everybody see it, because when I'm about to put the weft and start sewing, you're not going to know. And some students are like, I don't even know what I'm sewing. So look.
I was like, go.
Let the next group
Just go under the bead.
Under the bead. Can it be?
Okay, Jenny.
Listen. Can it be under the bead? Can it be beside the bead? Yes. Okay. If it's just
it's going in the bead, right?
as long as it's not through the bead, students try and go through it. I'm like, what are you doing? You go under, so you go beside it. Under.
We treating it like it's a braid.
This is a braid. That's why it's completely connected. So if I want to braid, if I want to sew right here, look, it's connected. All of this is connected. Can y'all see that? It's all connected in a row.
Sorry.
Okay, so that's why I'm not just going to do, students try and do one stitch, one stitch, one stitch. I'm like, no, we stitching all the way across. We want it nice and neat.
Yeah, please
Okay.
put my face.
All right, so I've got this right here. I'm going to put it in, get it situated, and then I'm going to back stitch a little bit, okay? Because I'm just trying to get it situated. So I'm in, I'm under it. Can everybody see what I just did?
Yeah, but can you tilt her head down so I can see in it, like by the scalp? No, the other way. Down. Just so I can see. Okay.
Okay. All right, can everybody see that? All right, so then what am I going to do?
Open it up.
Open it up, and I'm going to go through the string. This is what I was talking about, Miranda, when you were like, she's going through the string. The first time, it's through this string. Can everybody see that? It's through the double string. Hold on. I'm trying to do it so y'all can see it. But all right, so I'm going through the string. Everybody see that?
We can secure it.
Yep.
Security.
But why am I over a little bit? If I'm not over a little bit, y'all, it's going to flip off the side. It's going to fall off the side right there, okay? So I'm just getting a nice little one going. It's awkward doing it from the side, but I want y'all to see it. Okay, so now I need to go back a little bit and secure that little flap, right? Now I'm going to secure it. I didn't want to start with the flap because it's going to slip off the side and it's going to get stressful.
Secure
All right, so now I'm going to go back over.
And do the same thing, right?
I do the same thing, but now where am I going to go? Through the big hole.
Yeah.
Okay, so can everybody see that? I'm going through the big hole.
You're going to go through twice, right?
Huh?
Not the same.
Not
first time.
I didn't go through the big hole.
She went in between the strings the first
I
time.
went in between the strings the first time.
Look.
Watch. I do it again. I'll do it again. So you can see the difference. It is hot. I'll get some air on in a minute. So this is the option. You can go through, the first time I went through the string. The first time I went through the double string.
Right.
This time I'm going through the hole.
Through the middle.
Okay?
Are you gonna double it? Go
I
around
am.
first.
Yep, I'm going to do a double lock stitch.
Okay.
But let me do this because I was just trying to show more.
So that's the double what you just did.
Nope. All right, now y'all want to see a double lock stitch? Yeah. So this is a double lock stitch. All right, can everybody see this? So we're gonna go, and I'm gonna go 1, 2.
That's not
And
secure,
then-
Carrie.
Yep, and then I'm using my fingers to make sure it don't get all knotted up.
Okay.
So when do we do that?
You do that in the very beginning, you do it midway, and you do it at the end, okay? And if you can look and see, it put a double knot right there, and it just did it for security.
Yeah, that's gonna make sure it stay on.
Yep.
So you went your first one, right? Your first stitch. Then you went over into the second stitch.
Then I would do a double lock stitch. I was just trying to show everybody.
Okay.
Double lock stitch and then keep going, okay?
So how many times you do the double lock stitch? As many times.
In the beginning, in the midway, and at the end.
Middle, beginning.
When I do a stone, I just do that process, make it last long.
That's all it is. Yeah, there's no rhyme or reason. You do too many, it's going to take you 20 years to get it out. And it's going to take you too slow because a double lock stitch is just for security. Okay?
Show me that stitch one more time.
Yep. Anybody want to see the double lock stitch again? Okay. So I'm going in.
So we
All right.
just keep going.
1, 2.
But I think I sew the opposite.
That's fine. You can sew under or up. It does not matter. As long as the knot is at the top. And look how tight it is with the knot being at the top.
Can I just see that?
Uh-huh, you sure can.
I do everything opposite, right?
Yeah, so you're not even touching that.
Look.
Okay, I
Look,
get it.
can y'all see? I'm up underneath of it. I'm just using the bead for the braid.
Oh, okay. I got
See,
it.
so that time I went beside it. That time I went underneath of it. Can y'all see? That time I went beside it. That time I went under it. I'm just connected.
So are you going in the hole as you sew it in?
I'm going right here. Watch.
No, I'm talking about, are you going inside this hole?
You can't go in that hole. It's too tight. You don't ever go
over it.
That's right. So let's look at it without this. Let's look at a bead. I'm doing this, y'all. Look, I can't go in the hole. I'm going under.
Oh, so you going under it.
Or you can go over. It does not matter. But that is the braid. Yeah, that's the braid. That's what. Yeah, beside the bead, not just behind it, beside it. Because look, all that is gripped.
As long as it's connected inside this area, right?
Okay? Yeah, so all of that is attached. And you just going like this and look. Whatever you sew it to, that's why it ain't going nowhere. That is the braid.
Okay.
It's not a braid because it's a braidless technique, but that is it.
Okay.
So you're stitching in every link?
Yep, and I'm beside the link, I'm behind the link, I'm beside the link. You see, because my stitching is really tight. If I just do link to link, my stitching going to be too far spaced out. Okay, so this, like, look how many stitches I got with that one length. I got one length and I got 3 stitches. I got this length and I got 2 stitches already. You know what I mean? So I'm just consecutively working beside it.